Hey there, everybody. Well, Fish is having some technical difficulties with her headset from not our sponsor, Logitech, maybe? uh,
We will sell out. We will say all the nice things about Logitech.
that's right. Or if you are a competitor of Logitech and are looking to hawk your wares on this particular internet program, please feel free to reach out to us on our Discord. Anyways,
Play for our slander lawsuits.
yes, absolutely. Um,
Exclamation
anyways,
point Discord.
yes, indeed. So, last we left our heroes, they were in the underbelly of a bathhouse. That bathhouse of questionable legality, under which the cult of the Dead Three had been operating. They made their way through the cult complex and found uh, immeasurable horrors that lay beneath, eventually resulting in their confrontation with a ball spawn, of which they had encountered in a more amicable manner prior. And after defeating the ball spawn and taking a look around the chamber, they became enamored with the treasure there, as well as a golden shield on the wall, which reached out to Jeremina, who is currently indisposed, counseling or trying to make light of the situation these poor victims find themselves in. As you have departed the dungeon after a interesting encounter with some cult Draco fascists, and you are now heading toward the three old kegs, and the inside of the three old, or sorry, inside of your party, you are joined with a secretary from the Jasso and Sons law office who was familiar to Jeremina during your crawl of the dungeon, as well as a pale-skinned tiefling woman who you had all found on a operating slab, some of her arm removed, as well as who has effectively been come to known as the Dude, which was a gentleman who was getting sort of attacked or beaten by a gang of cultists upon your arrival. And that is where we will pick up. What would you all like to do?
Olin is just gonna walk in and go to the bar and get a drink.
Okay.
Silkas,
Oh, go ahead, Silkas.
Silkas is going to be looking for O'Sullivan.
Okay. As you all enter the bar, O'Sullivan's wife, Rin, is there, and she will initially sort of welcome you in this sort of jovial fashion as she's done many times before, and then as you all sort of part out, and she sees the fact that there are newcomers to your group, she looks them over and says, "Is everything all right?"
No. Where's your husband, if you don't mind my asking?
In the office. He said he had a lead of some kind and had to depart.
Well, I can reassure you that we not only have the lead, we have the entire horse.
Okay, and she'll sort of look over your hangers-on and will say, "You make yourselves all comfortable," and she will rush over to her parents and sort of convey a heated message to her father, who will sort of struggle a bit to stand up, but then once he is up, will stride fairly confidently towards the door. It seems as though he's going to go convey a message to James.
Is there Silkas will turn to +3 party members.
Okay.
And he will ask, is there anything you guys would like to eat, drink? Things
He's
of
already
that sort.
standing at the bar.
No, he's turning to
The everyone else.
everyone else.
They'll all certainly look for something to eat. The most enthusiastic among them, the pale tiefling woman, who will say, "I'm starved. It's been like 24 hours."
You were just kept there then.
Yes,
Well,
what's that?
she did have a surgery. You're not really supposed to eat before
That's,
surgery.
I think that, which is just very, yeah. I think that was it.
What time is it roughly? Is it like midday or is it near night?
Yeah, I would say it's around dusk time.
Olin will just go dinner for whole group.
I can
I
help.
think that sounds like a good idea.
And I can help.
He'll look at O'Sullivan's wife. Go, big dinner.
Yes, of course. Not a problem. Just give me a few. I have to give my daughter something to do, and she'll sort of take her apron off and lay it over the counter and make her way upstairs.
And as mentioned, Marty will be of aid to her.
Okay. Easy enough.
Silkas will get them all seated at a table and make sure they're comfortable.
Okay. They will be amicable to that.
And he will actually ask, I don't think her name's not Rilsa, but he will ask O'Sullivan's wife, do you have any stronger chairs for, and he motions to the dude.
Well, I could pull over. We have some old sort of church temple pew seating along the walls. We could pull some of it out around. That should be enough, I would think.
Good. Orlin, would you mind helping me?
No. And he'll go over and help.
Okay. Easy enough. The dude will go ahead and make himself as comfortable as he possibly can on the provided seating.
All right. I suppose I should prepare you guys. So, we have asked the main detective, Detective James O'Sullivan, to come in and speak to us, as well as all of you, if there's any sort of information that you either remember or can communicate. It would be very much appreciated if you did so.
The pale tiefling woman will say, information about what?
Anything you can think of. If you were kidnapped, how? Yeah, when, how?
I was walking back from the dock district and things just sort of went dark. It was down there on a job and just I was out like a light.
Yeah, you tell Sullivan that now.
Yes.
And he'll walk away.
And if you know any information about the kinds of experiments that they were doing, what they hoped to achieve, if you overheard any of it, things of that nature.
Didn't really talk around me much, if I'm honest.
Hey!
We got fish. Please tell us you can hear us.
Yep, I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Hey.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And beautiful Jeremina is in her spot in the photo, so and what's funny is it lights up pink behind it, so it's perfect.
But even if they didn't talk that much around you, anything you can remember, anything you can say will be greatly helpful.
the tiefling woman will speak again, and she'll say, they drew a lot of blood, and they also sort of put a lot of blood back in. They were very interested in marking up my arms, of sort of mapping the veins or muscles. They did all kinds of drawings before they cut it off.
Oh, also forgive my rudeness. I'm afraid I don't know your name.
You can, my, she'll sort of chuckle and say, people know me by Vendetta.
Same.
So, I feel like I should tell you that they were trying to. We do know thus far that they were trying to perform some sort of blood magic on you.
She'll nod and say, that seems accurate.
And the same thing with you, ma'am. Can't remember your name, but I know you said it. He motions to the to the Jasso secretary.
I believe it's Amalia.
Amalia. Do you remember anything?
No, just what I had told you prior. They had grabbed me and sort of there was questions about the Jassos and poking and prodding.
Good to know. You don't recall them doing any sort of blood work on you, do you?
No, but I could reasonably see how they would be headed that direction, given, again, the poking and the prodding.
That will be all for now. We'll try and have dinner and drinks out for you guys shortly.
Oh.
Just do your best to relax in the meantime.
Wonderful, thank you. Thank you so much.
Of course. Alright.
Yeah, I think Jeremina kind of tiptoes in, and she's like, "I'm sorry, y'all. Did I miss anything? Did I miss anything? Are we all still good?"
Order the
Yeah.
big dinner is coming.
Marty's in the kitchen helping with that.
And we are going to discuss with O'Sullivan once he comes in.
Sounds good. Sounds good. We have our story straight. I mean, I'm not intending on lying, but I think it would be wise to leave out our friend, our benefactor. You know, the
Yeah.
guy who's the guy we've technically been trying to find about who was doing
Oh,
all of
yeah.
the.
Of course, yes.
Yeah. All right. Just yeah. Okay. That sounds good. Did we learn anything new from our friends over here?
Just that, apparently they were kidnapped. Amalia was questioned about her connection to the Jassos and information about the Jassos. And Vendetta, here, he motions to the pale tiefling, was knocked out at the docks.
Interesting. Okay. So let's get our story straight. All of the victims had a bare connection to the cult to the Dead Three. We got that covered?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then that discovery. Shit. Do y'all remember how we found out about the bathhouse?
Was through Ramseth.
Okay, so then we talked to Ramseth, who told us about the bathtubs, and that also, like, every now and then there's a reoccurrence of this. Okay, so we got that covered. So then we went into the bathhouse. Also, we have pretty much, I think, undeniable proof that it's the Van Thampers, right?
Yes, they're involved in this in some way.
I would say pretty fucking significant way, right?
Mhm.
Can we agree on that? It's in the sewers. One of
Uh,
them was found with a stone heart.
the dude will sort of grab his amulet and point at it.
See? Are you good with testifying and all that? Like, are you good for being questioned?
He'll sort of motion to his mouth. Uh,
Well, we'll figure out some form of communication.
Think with
You know,
some kind of comprehend languages going on.
right,
God.
right.
I can't.
But you know, you're our evidence that connects the cult business to the Van Thampers. So yeah, them's are definitely up with that. So, but do we know who the hidden lord is? Have we figured that out yet?
No.
Awesome. Also, while I was gone, I'm giving the shield a name.
Oh, really?
I am. The name is Shima, shield, SH, and then I, and then Ma, for master. And the HI of shield is hidden lord. I'm fucking smart. Anyways, okay. Oh, also, we gotta bring up the blood coin game. We for sure gotta bring that up.
Yes, we do.
Olin, while that conversation was going on, will take the bag of adventure badges, and he wants how many there were.
okay, sure thing. You begin counting.
And that's what. Olin, you good?
No, he doesn't look back.
What you doing there, buddy?
Just counting.
Kind of macabre, don't you think?
Just counting.
It's understandable.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, no, I agree. I understand. I'm just kind of just dumped them all over the table.
Oh, he's at the bar. He's not at the table.
Yeah, I like the image of her like yelling this across
the whole place.
Oh, we good? Kind of macabre, buddy.
Okay, so there it was. Gathered up on the bridge, we get pressed into service. We do some investigating in on the murders. We don't know who did the murder. Can we lie to him? Can we just,
About what?
I mean, we do know who's been doing the murders.
Well, obviously we were going to lie about that.
Well, I don't know if I can lie to him. Well,
What
she'll
is it?
squint.
Is it the soulful eyes?
No, his eyes aren't soulful. They're more, tested, you know? Like steel in a forge. I think he was a passionate man at one point, time and work, domestic life kind of ravaged it, suppressed it.
Food's up.
But I
Rin
think,
will
oh,
place food down.
Who's ready?
Silkus is just going to take the glass. He
hey, that
ordered
is
it.
the second time this has happened to me.
Did
Marty and
Jeremy
EV3 are helping with plates as well.
Did Jeremy give back that gold purse of 10 coins to Olin after everything had to be given back?
No, she did not.
How many people are at the table or eating?
B5.
Probably everybody there.
Yeah, so it would be
The group
Olin,
of 4 and the group.
Marty, yeah. So
Okay.
7.
Yee, perfect. Cool.
Olin will just drop what's left of his purchase with 7 gold and 9 silver onto the bar.
Okay, so story straight. We get pressed into service, we go and do cold business, but don't know who the murderer was, officer. And then that led us to Razmith because we started uncovering cult business because they're all culties. Either they were in the cult or they were ball spawn. And we know that they're ball spawn because we got a magic rose that lets us know that.
Silka just like taps the rose.
Okay.
Olin takes his out and gives it to.
You should have one. I mean,
don't need them anymore. Kill them.
Can I have it?
Hands it to Jeremy.
Yes. Oh my
sweetie.
god. Olin, a flower for me.
Ah, you for Jacques.
I don't know how to respond to that.
I have to go change. I do not want to be meeting O'Sullivan in this. So I will be right back.
Okay, feel free to look around in my bag if you want anything in there.
Oh, thank you.
Eh.
I guess we'll run off. Just to change for a moment.
Silka's left in the middle of my ruminating on what we're going to tell O'Sullivan, and right as the food gets delivered.
It's okay if it gets a little bit.
Did Olin finish the counting?
Yes, you found a total of 46 badges of varying factions and alliances.
Anything stick out, or is it all the ones that we've seen, even the ones that Silka's and Jeremina took?
No, they're fairly standard iconography. Between the ones that were pointed out to you by Silkez and Jeremina, there are also Harper's as well as the standard Flaming Fist badges.
Okay, so there's no like odd one out that hasn't already been identified.
Nope.
Okay, he'll put them all back into his bag. He'll tie it back off on his side and sit down and eat.
Okay.
It is delicious.
Okay. Jeremina starts pacing again. Okay. Again, from the top. Damn, do y'all remember where I was?
Did
I-
ball spun and we killed them. Ah, like that one.
Yeah.
We found out how to the roses.
Gotcha. Okay, so last we found out, we discovered them their roses, and then, I mean, we don't have to mention our side ventures.
Not
I mean,
really,
we should probably mention we broke into. Well, we didn't break into. We delivered. But
we
whose
don't need to
house?
mention that.
Well, no, we do because that's where we learned about the hidden lord thing, and that ties us
Why
to the
did I
dude.
Yeah.
No, we found dude in cave where.
No, but we were at the Van Dampers, weren't we? And you went some digging
No,
around,
No, it
and you
wasn't
saw
the
that.
Van Dampers,
But
it was somewhere else.
But we never learned about the bathhouse at Van Dampers.
No,
It was
I'm
not
talking
It was
about.
the
Yes.
Stellmains. It was the
Yep.
Stellmains.
That is correct.
Thank you. So we do have to tie in the Stellmains because the Stellmains were looking for stuff about the Hidden Lord, and then we found the Hidden Lord stuff in here.
Also, that inculcates the Gimble and Sons, which I'm not okay with.
Yeah, it kind of tells that we went
I
through
mean,
private property and did things.
But
over.
okay, one, we killed a bunch of people. Are you remembering the part where we went through an entire bathhouse sewer thing and killed a bunch of
Okay.
people?
Well, we do have like adventurers licenses. That's technically allowed if you have adventurers.
But
Yeah,
not.
I am pretty sure O'Sullivan will look the other way because the Stellmains are investigating cult business. Which, if Gimble and Sons is implicated in that, then that means everyone who's ever been in the sphere of influence of the Stellmains is implicated in that. Because I mean,
Well, here, how about this? Hey, big guy.
Yeah.
Did you know that the Stillmains were looking for information about the Hidden Lords before, like right now when we were talking about it?
No.
Oh, damn it. Could you pretend? No. Mm,
I don't think
So
they're gonna go do a witch hunt on your dad or whatever. I mean, I was sitting in there at that factory, and if he came in with a traffic ticket, I'd tell him I'd throw it out. Like, he's fine. You're fine.
Silkez will return and he will say, well, and after all, it's not really implication if business is business.
well,
Right. I mean,
I
you
mean,
delivered a clock to him.
his whole thing is kind of, taking care of, like, all of his customers shouldn't be, like, that kind of rich. So if he finds out that, like, his employees are breaking and entering into their houses and snooping around, that's a lot of, you know,
I
lost
don't. What?
customer.
How are they
We can
gonna?
just say that we, like, the shield talks to you, right? We can just say, hey, maybe the shield mentioned that the Stillmains were looking for him.
But how did we find out about the shield that the Stillmains
Because
are
they
looking
told
for?
us. We didn't know that they were looking for a shield. We just knew that they were
I
looking
mean,
for the Hidden Lord.
Why do we have to mention
wait a second. No,
shield?
hold on. There's a way we can do this without mentioning that the Stellmains were explicitly looking for the Hidden Lord. Remember that little shield that was on their docket? There was something in the shape of Golden's shield with a twisted face on it, much like the twisted face on the shield. We can say that we saw that on their paperwork, and we saw the shield, and 2 and 2 connection.
Alright, I can go by that.
Yeah, I guess that's better.
I do just want to bring up again murder, homicide, even if it was in self-defense. We for sure did kill a lot of people, like
I'm
just
trying
an
to
hour
keep on
ago.
it.
It's a little bit worse than breaking and entering. Just bringing that up. Just wanted to, recenter everyone's moral compass.
Yeah, you're right, but I don't want to hurt Mr. Gimble. He didn't do anything wrong.
I don't think they're gonna reveal that we went breaking and entering. We're fine. But more importantly, I mean, if it's what we have to do to get the information out that the Stellmains have a cult connection, that's what has to be done. I'll throw my reputation under if you want. I don't mind.
That'll be fine. We can go with what Silk had suggested.
Okay.
Also, if you want to think about it, once Sullivan tells inevitably, or either tells him or Zodge inevitably finds out, either way, he'll probably put some sort of spin on Gimble and Sons uncovers the cult activity of yet another. Another lord. There we go. That's the word.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anything to make himself look better and his competitors look worse.
Yeah. I wish we could implicate the Duke he's supporting, though. I just don't want Zodge to have any type of win.
Mm-hmm.
But, nah, that's fine. I've got a bullet in the holster for him.
What's a bullet? Oh, like... How do you know about... Whatever.
What do you mean, how do I... Breaking Darth! Jar Axle! I've got him shooting. Yeah?
You've shot a gun before?
Yeah? Well, listen, oh my god. Just go up to any person with a gun, and this is what you do. Oh my god, is that a gun? I've never seen one in person. Would you take me out shooting? And then they go,
desperate for anything new voice. Is that a gun?
trust me, yeah, I've been to the range like 6 times. One time there's like this big Brigandar thing, and I just went around and I went, oh my god, is that a new gun? That's so cool. Can I hold it? So yeah, I mean, like, it's you know, I mean, yeah, it's.
All right, fair enough.
I mean,
Didn't realize that we're gonna go had gun. Whatever. But okay. All right. So, was there anything else that we needed to bring up to Detective O'Sullivan?
The blood magic for sure. The experimentation that they was digging in on Jasso. But I think that's about it.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So we just have to. Oh, also that reminds me. Next morning, we're gonna have to start hitting up the bars. Cause I got at least 6 coins sitting heavy in my stomach, and I need to barf them up.
All right.
Marty opens her mouth and closes it again.
We can find a way to make that work, I'm sure.
I'm sure we're all very creative.
Vendetta will pipe up and will say, well, if you need somewhere that's got the real gut rot, you could go down to Low Lantern. They buy the worst stuff.
Yeah. It's creepy.
Not creepy. It's pirate themed. You walk in, they say ahoy and welcome aboard.
I thought it was the most.
Bad drinks.
I thought it was the most cheesy out of all of them, actually.
Okay, the dead eye in their looks. Also, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I live in Alaskan, and I don't know. If there's a lot of pirates there. But when I see pirates, I don't see cutesy little naval dive bar theme. I see, wages lost, kidnapping, coerced labor. The connotations we got way different.
Fair enough.
But you dated well, dated is a strong word, but you saw Jar Axel.
Yeah? And? What? He's got a bald head.
But he's also a pirate.
No, he's not.
No, not today. Not today. No.
No,
Continue.
what Jar Axel does is noble and right.
He's still a pirate.
Amalia, the secretary, will pipe up and say, I don't think he's a pirate. I actually think that at this point he's a royal, technically speaking.
But before he was a king, before he was nobility or royalty, he was a pirate.
I believe that he filed a motion to pardon himself of those crimes.
Of course he did. Of course.
Did it pass? Did it pass?
He's the fucking king.
He signed it, yes.
He's the fucking king. Of course it passed.
Oh my god. Do you think he actually reads it? You know what? I'm gonna send him a motion. I'm just gonna see if he just signs off on stuff without reading it. I think it'd be great. Okay. Anyways.
He still hasn't replied to my letter, so I wouldn't hold your breath.
That's fun that you get to send him letters, but I don't.
I told you I was going to send him a letter in like this 3rd or 4th session.
Am I supposed to remember that? That was like 18 kill counts ago.
That's fair.
I'm covered in mug. We're sitting here. It's cold. It is so cold. And also, we're waiting on O'Sullivan, who, he walks like a geriatric horse.
No offense.
Owen's gonna look at his wife that's probably at the bar.
She'll shrug.
I'm about to say stuff. If Miss Friend's got an issue, I'm more than willing to settle it politely. But I mean, it's true.
I mean, he works halfway across the city, and my father was the one I sent to go get him, and he's quite up there in his years. So...
Oh my god, you sent your dad? Is he getting lost?
Did you not see the man walk by when you came in?
No, Olin, I do not look up and meet men's eyes when I'm walking.
What do you look at?
The floor, my feet, my cleavage. Far better things to look at.
I mean, I'm inclined to agree on one of those things, so.
Yeah, I can't
I
really
don't
argue
think
with that.
Oh, you do. You're flatterers.
That was the.
I just a absolutely insidious joke passed through my mind when Suckus was like, at least one of those, I was gonna have the dude be like,
No. Also, Rat Dandy says, you had me at cleavage.
Yeah.
Well, excellent.
Yeah, I
You're
think
welcome. Mwah.
It's not always like this,
Yeah.
except it totally is.
this was the admittance that all the characters have at least like looked at Jeremiah's tits at least once.
Not all.
Except for Olin, who stares at Jetto's tits.
You'll have no proof.
So, a little more time passes, and eventually the door to the three old kegs is tossed open, and there, leading his father-in-law along is James, who has his hat in his hand and is doffing his trench coat the second he enters, revealing sort of a very tired-looking white shirt and a set of suspenders bearing his detective badge. He strides over to all of you and then looks at your accompaniment and says, what the hell is this?
James O'Sullivan, you're never going to believe what we have. We cracked the case wide open. Now, Silkez, take it away.
Oh boy. He'll sit.
It's been a really long night.
So, from the beginning, you employed us to, investigate, and investigate we did. We started out trying to get information from your contact at the Elf Song Tavern, which, by the way, the song is back. I'm not sure if he told you that.
Oh, yeah, I've heard.
Good. I left a letter with Ramsith, who ended up talking to us and giving us some information about Bull Spawn, Spawns of Bull, very self-explanatory, and the Grand Game, which is... give me a moment. He gets into his pocket and he takes out his coin.
Okay.
And he shows it. This coin basically marks me for murder, essentially. Other people in the game have this coin, and the more motes of blood that are on it, the more dangerous people will come after you.
Okay. You see him just check his pockets.
So there's that. Secondly, we discovered the fact that one of the entrances to the cult hideout was in one of the illegal bathhouses that the Van Thampers do know about, but they don't technically do anything about.
Oh, excellent. Where is it? I can get a search warrant drawn up, and we can head on over there.
I would say good luck. Upon our leave, it was being taken over by the cult of the dragon.
Dracofascists.
Dracofascists.
Oh shit, dragon cultists. Okay. I don't like that, but they don't really cause much many issues around here with really Waterdeep. Is there more their game, honestly?
We also, on our journey down there, we found a shield. A shield that is, oddly enough, connected to something that Stelmane is doing. On one of her bookkeeping papers, we found a picture of a shield with the same face as the one. Jeremina, can you hold it up?
Jeremina is like rummaging through her bag with it, and when Silkes gestures at her, she pops up, and there's like an audible like cracking sound from her body, and she presents the shield. And now, don't take the shield from me, but I can talk to the shield. I don't know if that's the blood loss though.
Yeah, we really need to get your horn checked out, Jeremina.
That's oh, okay. Okay, is it? Can it talk to me as well? Or...
None of us
It
can hear it.
It can hear you. Well,
Yeah.
they can. Sorry.
It is a magical item. It's called the Shield of the Hidden Lords. I found it in my. Marty pulls out her big book and goes to like the page that she dog-eared with it and shows it to him.
Oh shit! I'm gonna have to get. I have to get someone from the Temple of God over here to look at this freaking thing.
And another thing, we are not done yet, Sullivan.
Great.
So, this rose, he waves it around. It lights up around Ballspawn. Did you know this?
I've read about them, never seen one.
Okay, well, we have one. And it lights up around Ballspawn, but here, he hands it over to Sullivan and says, I want you to walk up next to Amalia and Vendetta. He motions to them respectively.
Okay, he will do so, and as he walks up, it sort of. Okay. Should we be worried about this?
Oh my
may I-
god, it's the blood transfusions, ain't it?
That was my point. May I have the
Oh,
rose
I'm
back,
so
please?
sorry. I'm so sorry. I was so slow. I didn't mean to take that reveal from you. I'm so sorry.
So, they are not full Ballspawn, but they were a part of some blood magic. Blood transfusions essentially put into them to try and make the surgeries, as you can see, Vendetta is missing part of her arm, surgeries to essentially create fantasy cyborgs? I'm not sure what the proper term for this would be.
I guess more ball spawn. And this was all against their will too.
I
Okay,
think like
okay.
amalgamations of wood and magic
Metal
and
and
blood
magic.
magic. I don't think they're trying to make ball spawn. I think they're just trying to make like
Weapons.
right.
Okay. And who's this? And he'll point at the dude.
Oh, this is
That's
the dude.
the dude.
That's the dude.
Okay.
He's our
Very
friend.
He helped us kill the cultists, including the Ballspawn that we had to fight. Which is how we know they do blood magic, because he literally created a web of his own blood. The Ballspawn, not the dude.
You. I'm gonna stop you. So, you all understand how this sounds, correct?
Yep.
Relay it back.
No, I mean like.
Oh,
it
in
sounds
general.
Crazy.
I don't think I mean
Oh.
it's not.
You can check out where it was. It was the meat
Oh.
curtain.
The dude is related to the Van Thampers in some way, but he had his tongue cut out and he currently has a heart amulet on him.
And he's also functionally illiterate. I don't think it sounds crazy, but while it does sound crazy, I do want to point out that Zolage did impress for random individuals with absolutely no research in. You know, I'm just saying it's his fault, not ours. We did our job.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not blaming you so much as just trying to wrap my head around what it is you found.
Oh, if you want, because the entrance is hidden magically behind a meat curtain in a bathhouse.
Not
There
gonna get
is
too far into that.
there is a room that was flooded at some point. I don't know if the cultists will have gotten rid of the bodies, but you'll be able to find failed experiments in there.
The dragon cultists, not the murder cultists.
Yes, it's two separate cults. Yeah.
The Draco fascists. They're not cultists. They said so.
Almost every cult says they're not a cult, Jeremina.
Well, it's
I
more like a
don't-
colloquial term to make it like more acceptable, the fact that they're fascists. It's like if
Yeah.
like you lived in a world surrounded by like people that live to the right, you might call themselves like the alt-right instead.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's easier to call them Draco fascists because when you say cult, then it kind of diminishes the work that they're doing, you know? But like Draco fascist, ooh, the person next to you could be a Draco fascist, you know? I'm sorry, I haven't eaten in 7 hours. I'm also
Yes,
bleeding
please finish
profusely
eating.
from almost every major part of my body.
Okay,
Jeremy,
all right.
Get rest
You,
up and eat this. AKA
know-
roll some hit dice.
you know what? You know what? And he fishes around on his belt and materializes a small stone, which he will go ahead and speak into, and then tuck it back into his belt. And he'll say, "Okay, well, I just sending dispatch. They're gonna get a cleric over here."
Oh, the name. Give me just a
Oh,
moment.
what's the name?
What is in a name? That was the planning session. It is run out of a butcher's shop.
It's called the meat curtain, I think.
Is it called the meat curtain?
It might just be called the meat curtain.
I mean, I think it's just like a butcher shop, but I mean, it does have a curtain of meat, and that's kind of like its big draw.
Mm-hmm.
It is War Weaver's Butchers.
Oh yes. Yes.
Oh, right, the hobgoblin, right?
Yeah.
I
We
think
don't
there
know
was
what
just
happened.
a amount of fucking jokes about going behind the meat curtain. That,
And the
that
fact
was-
that there was only a sausages for sale.
Yeah, I think that was literally why we're stuck on meat curtain and not the actual name.
I've also just called it behind the meat curtain like for 3 fucking sessions. So,
And you're right to do so because it's fucking hilarious.
okay. So are you telling me? All right, there's a lot. There's a lot. I'm chugging through it. Are you all telling me that the situation is resolved? Is there some other malignant force we should be looking into? I heard you mention a couple things that might be cult related and then moved right on. And I'm concerned about that.
Well, what do you need expanding on?
Who should I be arresting and why? And how can we prove it?
Oh, he did.
I mean, no, I mean, it's got to be the Van Thampers, right? A bathhouse, the sewers.
Well, that would make it a tie between the Van Thampers and the Stelmanes. Because the Stelmane
Well,
is
we
the
don't.
rat queen.
Well, no, Van Thamper was the rat queen. Selmane's just was looking for the shield.
Oh,
And we don't really know
religious.
any other.
Mhm.
Yeah, we don't know if she actually had any other
Yeah. So
things about aside from the fact what she was looking for was there.
I think it's the Van Thampers. They were also, I mean, they kidnapped Amalia to learn more info about the Jassos. Unless they're really good at framing them, it's the strongest.
I mean, this is a pretty serious accusation. Like, very serious. I don't even know how I would file the paperwork for this, if I'm honest.
Understandable.
There are spells that let you, if you were able to use detect thoughts on the guy. He is not a witness.
Well, I got a cleric on the way. Hopefully, they have it prepared.
Hmm. I would like to learn his name at the very least.
Um, e- do you guys have any more before I jump to the cleric arriving?
Not that I can think of, you guys.
Yeah, I'm blanking.
Nope.
Okay. As promised by James, eventually the door opens and a familiar face
Oh, God
Jacques
damn it.
from the House
Oh,
of Gond
fuck.
will
Exactly.
enter and he'll say, James, I came as soon as I heard. You have some items for identification. You need some healing assistance and something about a witness. And he'll say, yeah.
Oh, hello, Jacques. Long time no see.
Shock.
Ah, oh, oh boy. It is good to see all of you.
Hey,
Oh
Jock.
my god.
Ah, Olin, how goes things?
Killed people.
Oh, I know that that's probably true, but I'll leave it alone. And he will set to work first, dealing with injuries sustained by the party, because the all of the witnesses were taken care of by the cult of the dragon. But he will go around and tend to the wounds of the party.
I really want to tell you not to do that, but I guess I don't really have a choice because I am standing in
Actively.
a pool of my own blood. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm just going to, and he'll sort of put his hand on the shoulder and not make eye contact, and
Oh,
cast
God.
Cure Wounds at second level. And how many dice is that?
2d8.
2d8 plus one. Uh, 9 points of health back, Jeremina.
Whoop, whoop.
Bad.
As he then says, okay, right. Anybody else previously wounded?
Oh no.
No, I didn't take a scratch. But you should eat up some more, Jeremina. And, rest. Roll some hit dice, etc. And eat. I'll be good.
I'm good, baby. Don't fuss over me. It makes me feel weird.
And there was something about a witness.
Oh,
Silk has just motions to the 3 people at the bench. And also, the dude. But he's had his tongue cut out, so he can't speak. And he can't read or write.
Oh, I am not skilled enough in healing magic to be able to put that tongue back. And I don't have detect thoughts prepared. And he'll sort of get to thinking. He begins pacing.
While everyone is doing this, Marty is going to sort of go behind EV3 and start taking a look at its arm that got all fucked up.
Okay, yeah, that's easy enough. It appears to be fairly damaged, though the damage is in a very, very thin, sort of razor straight line, as the whip or line of blood had been seemingly sharpened to a razor sharp edge, capable of cutting through the material that EV3 is made of.
Oof.
Jacques, if you don't mind my asking, has there been any new discoveries over at the High House of Wonders?
New discoveries? Like what?
Uh, in terms of magical ability, has the speaker typed anything recently that seems interesting?
No, been quite quiet. And as you say that, he sort of turns and looks at the dude. I've got Silkes, you are brilliant.
What can I say?
Everyone, let's take a trip to the High House, shall we?
Oh, yay. Yeah, this is a really good idea. Okay.
Good.
Mr. Dude, as it is, could you please come and follow me, please follow. And he will, Jacques will sort of look at O'Sullivan, and O'Sullivan will just sort of wave him on, and he'll say, I'll ask the questions you've probably already asked to these two for the record, and he'll point at Vendetta and Amalia and just sort of, I gotta get it on the official paperwork. Let me know how things turn out. And
Of course.
Jacques will say, "Okay, all right, let's go." And you sally out into the sort of brimming evening, and Jacques is leading the dude along, sort of patting him on the back. And says, "I'm going to introduce you to a friend of mine, but you need to understand that for us to be able to help you, to understand you, you'll need to speak or vocalize in questions, sort of as though you were answering a trivia game show. So I will tell you what I want to know, and then you'll have to ask the question that would produce the correct answer. Or am I making sense?" And he'll sort of and you all make your way through the streets to the High House of Wonders, through that sort of administrative area, through the back door, and eventually to Jacques' office, where the large sort of spinning eyes of the question machine, the systemizer, as it were, sort of spin and rotate to peer at all of you as you enter the room. And Jacques will sort of lead the dude up to the front of the room and hand him the speakerphone, and then say, "All right, what would you like to know?"
What is her name?
So, and he'll sort of turn to him and say, "Now you need to ask the machine, what is my name?" So if you just repeat, "What is my name?" to the machine, it should be able to tell us your name. And he sort of says, "I'm," into the speaker, and the machine sort of tilts its eyes and thinks and twists, and eventually paper spits out, and it says, "Your name is Mortlock Van Thamper."
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, dear.
We knew he was connected to the Van Vampers.
And he'll sort of point at the stone heart necklace that he's wearing.
Why did they do this to you?
Might be a bit too high
How
level.
did you end up in the sewer system?
I would ask, what brought you to the sewer system? And he'll, the machine thinks, and then, and it says, "You were running messages."
Ooh.
From who?
Who was I running messages for? Jacques will say, and then he will repeat, to the best of his ability, into the megaphone where it says, and then it will say, "Your mother."
Ooh.
Wait, was that what
Um,
you goodness about? Wasn't she missing a son?
Yeah,
Like a son
he
or
hadn't
something?
returned. Or...
And he'll sort of get excited and then sort of say, mimic that sneaking gesture again as though he's carrying the shield, and then point to Olin and sort of make the throat slit motion again.
You were moving the shield, and there's somebody wanted to kill you.
He'll sort of and the machine will and it will say, "Your brother died stealing the shield."
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, so there was two brothers missing. I guess. So one of the Van Thamper brothers died stealing the shield from someone.
Who was he
And-
stealing the shield from?
And the machine will think again, and it will say, "He was stealing the shield in transit."
Alright. Go ahead, Echo.
Where was the shield being taken to?
Wait, I think this is our last question that we can ask.
Oh, wait. How many questions could I ask a day?
5.
5. Heck.
Yep,
Then,
you guys got one more.
do we...
Also, Beauty, take an inspiration for remembering that, because I wasn't going to remind you guys.
No, that was
thank
good.
goodness. Oh, thank God. I would have wasted that question then. Marty, turns back to the group. Do we want to ask if the Van Thampers have something to do with the cult? Or which of the the dukes, I guess?
I mean,
Or lords, I guess.
I guess. We gotta tie one of the dukes to this. We can't
Mhm.
really afford to go away empty-handed. And... yeah, I think that's what we gotta ask.
So, in this case, we should ask it ourselves, I think.
Yeah. So, which of the lords is connected to the Cult of the Dead 3 in Baldur's Gate?
Yeah, I think that works.
What are we gonna do if it pops back and it says all of them? What if it lists all of them? Are we gonna empty out the government like that?
I mean, but
Yeah, Waterdeep, I guess.
drain the water deep.
Ugh.
I think that's a fair question to ask.
But
We should go with it.
Yeah.
Alright. So Marty will sort of gesture to take the speaker away from oh fuck, what was his name again?
Mortlock.
Mortlock.
What a name.
That's a horrible name.
Like the dopest name ever.
She'll take it from Mort. It's horrible to say. And we'll say, which of the Dukes of Baldur's Gate is... oh fuck, what was the...
Is running the Cult of the Dead 3 from Baldur's Gate.
which of the...
Is
Never-
which
Here,
which
Marty,
of
hands
the
it,
dukes?
Marty hands it over to Silka because my brain is not working.
You're good. Which of the Dukes of Baldur's Gate is responsible for the Cult of the Dead 3?
In Baldur's Gate.
The machine's eyes twist and it thinks and sort of spins to the side, and then it kind of sort of tweaks them in slightly, like it's thinking like it's going to be sassy, and then it paper comes out of sort of the facsimile of its mouth, and in lieu of a name or any sort of information, there's just the words, his mother.
Oh shit!
No!
I knew it!
Mhm. Ah, that's a shame.
I am so fucking sorry, Mortlock. My mom was also into some. I mean, my mom, like functionally sold my soul, so I get it. Like, I get it. You can't really stop it. It's your mom. I'm sorry, though.
Yeah.
I'm also sorry about your brother. I know about loss like that. I had 2 twins. So, do you want to go drinking with us?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Hell yeah!
Don't
We have
worry
our
about
first
your
poor little
drinks.
meow meow, guys. We did it. Aren't you
So
proud of us, Mark? We first gave our first
Thank
youth
you,
adoption.
not a problem. I was going on a hypothesis. That was amazing. No words, but the machine knew what he was asking. He just had to phrase it the right way.
So the machine works on like intent, right? Like,
I think.
so could you, Silkaz, tomorrow?
Mhm.
I want to see if you can sign at it. Like, do you think that would communicate a question to it?
I can't be sure.
I mean,
It is a good hypothesis. I'd
Then,
be
in
willing to
that case,
try
couldn't
it.
you just think really hard at it?
well, no, I think it's got to be about some type of communication, right? Like, I don't think you can think hard because you're just thinking hard, but you're not communicating. It's, but then again, that is all what communicating is, isn't it? It's just your
Thinking really hard at
brain.
someone,
Giving form to your
But
thoughts.
And
but-
there
but-
are certain creatures that simply thinking is their form of communication.
That's right. But the thing is, don't those creatures have a form? So, thinking is like a bottle of water. Work with me here. Okay. You
All right,
take your,
I'm
and
on
she
the train.
she takes out a canteen and she like swooshes it around vigorously. Right? Okay. The canteen, the water inside is like the thoughts. The thing is, it's about delivering the water, right? Delivering the words. The creatures that can think their words and communicate have, and she like uncorks it, like twists the lid off, and she motions as if she's gonna dump the water. They got that, but we don't. We don't have a way of delivering words that we're thinking because we deliver the words that we're thinking through our mouth.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
interesting to see. Maybe if
Maybe if we
have,
got someone that can do telepathy.
Oh, that would be
Maybe.
interesting.
Jacques has ripped open his desk and pulled out a piece of parchment and is furiously jotting down notes.
Yeah, that's accurate. But so
In the
we now have
meantime,
this information, and this is definite. Jacques, has the speaker been tested in a court of law before, or used and legally yet?
He'll look up and say, no.
okay, that does
All
present
right.
an
Might be an
issue.
It might be enough to get a warrant, maybe. And we do have, and Mortlock's right here. They could, if a different cleric asks him, and does something maybe.
And you know what? The great part about us being adventurers is we don't have to worry about that. Unless the lawyers call us in, that ain't our job. I do not care. All I'm hearing
Just to
is...
remind everybody where our moral compass is at.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, if they want us in to help, sure, I'm into it. I know a bit about law, but you know what? Us verifying if the speakalizer can testify, not our
Speakalizer.
problem.
Equalizer. Oh my god.
We did it. 500 gold in the tank, boys. Woo! Martlock, tomorrow, 10. Yeah, hit us up at 11 a.m. Meet us at the 3 Old Kegs. We are tearing this place up.
I mean, if it's been like
Are we day
that
drinking?
many hours, then
Oh yeah, we're definitely day drinking.
Oh,
yeah, if it's been
Jesus.
that many hours though, you're probably better luck, going to whichever place has like the worst like milk at that point.
Oh God.
But
no,
it has to be
please stop.
fun. It has to be fun. So.
Marty, you don't want to
We'll
know
need a
how
sieve
slow
either
my
way.
body turns. Okay, don't worry about it.
Are you going
Okay.
back to 3 gigs to sleep?
Well, no, I actually left my stuff at the lady's house, so I have to go by there and grab it. But I mean, I'm cool sleeping in the 3 Old Kegs. Well, no, we can't because we are still being hunted.
Yeah.
Those 3.
I'm
Hey,
going
Shaw.
home.
He looks at from his notes. Yes. Yeah.
You have to
Do you
use your words.
Do you have a place to stay here? For us? For me? For Sokas? For us?
Not formally, though. You could all bring out the bedding and pads that we use for the sleep-ins.
If y'all,
Did you
like,
do
if you
overnight?
guys, if you guys need a place to sleep, I don't think Mom's hosting anyone right now. There's definitely some guest rooms.
But that's your
Is your mom
family.
hot?
Huh?
You heard me.
That hoe was so genuine. I'm losing my mind.
That was so bad.
Yeah. You heard me, Marty. Is your mom hot?
Marty is just can't form words right now.
Do you want me in a house with your mom? Because you know what's going to happen? It's going to be 6 a.m. Your mom's worried about breakfast. I'm going to go down. I'm going to be like,
Jesus.
it's so hard being a mom, ain't it?
Mom,
You're
I
going
know
to go
all
down,
about it.
Jeremina,
No.
are you?
I mean, fuck, did I just click? No. Okay.
Owen's gonna stand next
No,
to
like-
next to Jacques and just listen to this.
Are you sure? You don't want to know how fast I can turn this, all right?
I
What, are
don't
your parents
think
separated?
she's your
Oh
type.
my God.
No,
What?
trust me. She's my type.
She's a single mom.
Yeah. and She.
She's so
That's it.
tired of working. She just wants someone
Jeremina,
to, you know.
Marty's like covering her ears now. Never mind. Like, everyone else can stay there. Jeremina, you're not allowed.
Suddenly,
Alright.
you are banned. You are banned.
That's fine. I'm okay. It's not the first time.
So where do you sleep then, if not in Marty's house?
I'll stay here at the High House.
Jeremina, you stay another night here?
Another?
Didn't you? Here?
No.
She walked back.
They desecrated the restaurant.
Okay.
I don't know if they desecrated the restaurant because I'm sure
Probably
that there
the
was a lot
closet,
of prayers
but-
to there was a lot of prayers to a god happening somewhere.
Probably the closet, not the observatory, so we're fine. Anyway.
No.
No!
Oh my god.
Okay, it's midnight.
It's midnight.
What was that?
Marty
the
gets
question machine has printed something.
No one
Jeremina
asked
takes
question.
it. Jeremina takes it.
Looking at it.
It says
No.
it says it was the closet.
We did not. It was not in the closet. We did it on.
If you
I
promise
am
not to
not.
hit on my mom, you're allowed to say it. If
I'm
you promise
not.
not to sleep with my mom,
Jesus.
I'm not. I can't make that promise.
Oh my
I am
God.
allowing flirting and hitting on.
And hitting.
I cannot, Marty.
You can't.
Something comes over me when there's women around my age. Well, I know she's
Yeah,
not
your
my
thighs.
age, but
Oh
stop,
my God.
Olden.
Sorry.
Anyways, I'll have you all know it was not
where
in
the
the
fuck is Tsunami?
closet.
What the fuck?
God, that was just off the cuff, Sam.
My bad.
You know what? Let's all go to bed. Okay? Let's all go to bed. I do not like the environment that we have created. And poor Jacques over there having to sit through
He
it.
seems completely zoned out, and there are a number of very intricate arcane runes and glyph sigils that have just
He's
appeared.
hyper focused. He
Yeah.
is hyper
He
focused.
do this all the time. He don't hear a thing. You're good. He don't
He's
know.
not
He
hearing
don't know
a
a
thing?
machine out in the closet. It's fine.
Okay, I just want you all to know. And she makes a motion across her throat.
Jacques,
You do die?
Yes.
I do want to have a conversation with you later tonight about spellbook I found.
Jeremina.
Spellbook. Yes.
Doing bad
I
tonight.
I could take a look at it.
Oh, also the shield.
Yeah, look at that shit.
Okay.
I
but
gotta
the shield-
stop.
Because
Right.
Jeremina did find a shield that only speaks to her and contains a hidden lord who has been lovingly named Shima.
It's the shield of the
It's-
Hidden Lord.
It's Shield of the Hidden Master. We agreed on Master because the Shield don't know what pronouns are.
Jesus.
Marty pulls out gets EV3 to, then remembers its arm, pulls out the giant book herself, and flips to the page again for Jacques. This one.
He'll look at it and say, Can't say I've ever seen anything like that before, though. If it is speaking, that would infer that it is either sentient or perhaps some sort of programmed speech pattern. If it's only speaking to one of you, certainly whatever that speech or sentience is conditional in some fashion.
I mean, it's only talking to me because the whole Avernus blood. But I don't know why we're talking. She reaches behind her back and holds up the shield, and shakes it vigorously. Are you hearing all this?
What was that? Quite sorry, I was taking a nap.
Sorry, the Shima was
Disgusting.
napping. Did we have
What
any
did you just
questions
call
for?
me?
No
Absolutely
one
not.
Oh, okay, then give me. I am not calling you the Hidden Master while I'm wearing you on my back. It's Shima, or you get me a better name.
I don't come with a better name. The shield.
Oh,
of
come
the
on, that was an
Hidden
alley-oop.
Lord.
I'm not calling you the Shield of the Hidden Master or Lord or whatever. That's just one. It's a mouthful.
All right. Well, we'll work on that. How about that?
Okay,
We'll workshop it.
I'm sorry. We're gonna workshop it.
I'm trying to think of a
The
good
name.
word. For...
Jacques will nod his head slightly. Okay. It appears to be a gold shield with a unsettling face on it.
Sounds good. Thank you, Jacques. That was truly inspired.
Can't be an expert in everything.
No, you
Yeah,
can't.
this is like an almanac of
Oh,
magic
man.
items from this year, so there really isn't anything he would know that isn't already in the book.
Has Jacques looked Jeremina in the eyes at all? Perfect.
Dude can't do a one night stand. He failed.
Olin is gonna take the chance to talk to Jacques since he's not doing his thing. Jock, do you have extra clothes? We went in sewer.
Oh. He'll look down at your boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. I have some garments that, when we first met, sort of were superfluous. And give me a moment, and he'll linger for a minute, staring down at the page that he was working on, and then depart. And then eventually come back with replacement clothes for the sewer drenched crap that you're wearing, and then a sort of a leather duster style coat and a wide flat brimmed cap that sort of has like a little bit of a pitch to it towards the front. And he'll say, "Those two are some extras I had lying around, and the top two are technically yours, I think."
Okay. He'll grab them and hold on to them for now until he goes.
Owen?
Yeah.
Oh, what is all that?
This is too close.
Okay. I'm excited to see you in them. I think you're going to be really handsome on them. Okay.
Do you want me to go get the mattresses?
If you all are staying here, you know where they are, and I'm sure you can find someone to help you. Anyways, right. Yes. Was there anything else? I'm going to go make some tea.
Oh, no, that's all.
Stay up and work.
No.
When
No, you go.
I was going to say, when would be a good time to discuss with you?
Discuss what?
The spell book.
Oh, I can. How about this? And he'll slide the piece of paper out of the way, and he's like, "Oh, take a look at it before you all go to bed. So that way, whatever happens in the morning, you have that bit of information if there's any to be garnered from it."
Okay. I will say that I would prefer to look over it with you. And I will
Certainly.
be taking it. Yeah, I will be
Put it
taking
down
it back.
right now.
No, I'll do that when I come back to spend the night.
Good. Very well.
Where are you going now then?
I have to collect my things from the Hall of Ladies with Jeremina.
Oh.
I'll get the cots for you both.
Jeremina, did you ever confirm where you were staying?
Well, yeah, here.
Okay.
Marty.
I wasn't sure.
Are you sure you guys?
Well, you said
Marty-
you said Jeremina no for your mom. So.
Marty, I do
Stop
actively
joking
have
about
a.
it,
I do actively have a coin. If I didn't, I would feel more comfortable staying in your home, but I don't feel comfortable putting your mother in that kind of danger.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
If the bar hopping goes real bad, we might wander way up in there just for a resting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm probably going to check it with her. I should probably do that first. Yeah. All right. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Jacques. We will return.
Sounds good.
And we leave.
Do you think we could hit a break?
Yeah, sure. Well, actually, let me ask you guys this. Prior to your long rest, what else was it you were planning to do?
I would like a talkie with Olin, maybe Marty, and then a solo scene that's technically going to happen during the long rest.
Okay, then yes, let's take a very, very, very quick break because I really do have to get to bed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So
we'll-
about 15 or 20.
We'll do 15.
Okay.
All right.
Alright.
We'll be right back.
Right back.
Hey everybody. We are back. The gang having just set out to recover their things after a revelation on utilizing Jacques' question machine to sort of prompt some answers from the dude who they now know is named Mortlock Van Thamper. And that is where we pick up. And the party marches on towards the ladies' hall and eventually back towards the High House of Horrors.
Yeah, so anyways, me and Shock, I mean, he was nice. I kind of like the cute, nerdy thing he's got going. I do,
Hey, uh,
I do, I just like the way he kind of conducts himself. Sometimes he's so easy to, I just want to push him into a
how are you
locker.
guys okay?
Okay, after that, no, that was
Interesting.
hella awkward.
No,
We don't have time to unpack all of that, but
while y'all were talking, Marty was sort of dragging behind a little bit.
Marty, are
over-
you all right?
Over the entire dungeon thing, Marty has been pretty as okay as one can be. But now that everyone's back on the surface, she's definitely been getting more quiet. And now as you say that Silk is, you can see that she's just sort of like standing there, clothes still a little bit damp, with her fists balled up at her sides, and she just repeats herself like, "How are you guys okay? We just killed people."
I mean, yeah, they was people, but they were cultists. I
Yeah,
mean,
but they probably had like friends. They had things they liked. One of them might have liked the color blue, and the other one might have like thought that was silly. They were still cool.
Would you rather that one of us had died?
No, but
Jermaine's gonna stop and like turn on her heel to study Marty's face. Is she crying?
I think yes, she is. Like not openly sobbing, but just like as she talks, like tears have begun to stream down her face. Just dress finally bubbling out.
She'll kind of, against her better nerves, kind of make like a face. And she'll look back at Silkez and then look back at Marty and go, I mean, I'm not fine. I mean, besides all the bleeding and all that, I mean, maybe if we hadn't killed them, they might have stopped being cultists. I know I'd done some bad stuff, been in some bad places. I mean, my ex-husband, he was I mean, he did stuff, right? I mean, he did bad stuff, but I mean, he got to have a wake-up call and escape from it.
Yeah.
But
How-
that's...
How do you guys do it then?
I mean,
Well, who would you want to hear that opinion from first, really?
yeah, Silkez is from the Underdark, so I don't, we'd be really getting into a lot of stuff with that.
Not really, because it ultimately just comes down to making sure that I get as many people out alive as possible. On my side, of course. Because if I had gotten out of there by myself, I would have considered it a failure. It's not necessarily about being okay with it for me. It's more of a necessary evil. Not
Yeah.
even an ends justify the means.
Yeah, my dad always said the end is never gonna come, right? Even when he dies, life continues. When you do horrible stuff, all that's being done is horrible stuff. But I guess it's like, I mean, you can't think about it. They died. You killed them. You had a choice in that situation. The situation was, well, they were gonna kill you, or they were gonna try and force you into a thingy. And even if they weren't, that's what you thought they were gonna do.
Yeah.
I guess.
Go ahead.
No, I mean, I guess I'm not okay with it. I mean, have you talked to me? I'm not exactly a very well-adjusted individual. I mean, I'd been around death my whole life. My parents were both from the Underdark. I was a set of triplets, and, well, I was an only child growing up, so you can guess what happened there. I guess I just don't think about it. I don't think that's the right answer, but I mean, it's what I have to do, because I can't sit there and judge the scales when a fight comes in. That's I knew this girl very briefly, paladin, taller than a tree, and she said, that's why you always think up until a fight, but once swords are drawn, it's done, right? You gotta stop thinking. Your job in that moment is to make them stop. If that means killing them, that's what that means.
Yeah, that's definitely, I think, a good way of looking at it. I think you guys both like my grandmother. This is all reminds me of her, I guess. Whatever. Yeah, that makes sense.
And Marty... Oh, continue, my bad.
No, go ahead. Your thought is probably smarter than mine.
I was just going to say that, ultimately, if you are going to remain with us, you might have to continue to do this. You don't necessarily have to be okay with it, but you do have to accept it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah. Yeah. This is silly. Am I allowed to, like, not mourn? Mourn isn't the right word, but I guess it is. Of these people?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
nobody put these babies to make them into cultists or dead. Someone should be upset about it and should mourn them, and they were passionate people. They died for what they believed was right, and you should feel good about mourning that. But don't think about their favorite colors, okay?
Okay. Thank
Just honor the memory as a person.
you.
I do
Thank you, guys.
occasionally.
Marty wipes her face with both her hands and takes a deep breath. Well, this is the and while they've been talking, I imagine they've reached the lady's house, and Maria kind of looks up and is like, "Well, I should probably keep on going. You guys have a good night, okay?" Stay
You
safe.
too, Marty. Be
I
safe.
will. Yeah, you be good too, Marty.
And Jeremy, before you leave,
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna fuck your mom. Unless the opportunity presents itself. I just want to be clear. I will do it.
if you do, I don't care about it. Is all, okay? Like, she's her own person, and this wouldn't be the first time. Whatever.
What? Someone else's?
Whatever. I'm not going into this. I'm not going into this.
No,
I
no,
just
you're
want
gonna tell me right
No,
now.
Marty, go
Kneel-
home. Marty,
kneel
go
down.
home.
Kneel down, Jeremy, please.
I am not kneeling
I
down
need to
and
measure your horn. I need to measure your
why?
horn.
Why?
It's broken.
She's gonna make you a cap.
But that's I don't.
I'll make sure it's nice. It looks like it hurts, and that'll help.
It
That'll help
does. You ever had an exposed tooth in it?
You don't even know. Okay, come down. Marty will.
Okay, I hate this.
Marty quick takes out a tape measure from her pocket that she always has with her, and very carefully takes some quick measurements. Okay, you're good.
Thank you. Gold's my color.
Gold. Okay, I think I have.
If it's silver or
Is
anything
brass
else like
okay?
that. Is what?
That's what I have. Like brass. It's sort of gold.
So, cause I don't know what brass is.
Imagine gold, but with a more antique undertone.
I'll make sure it's shiny.
Well, no, I don't
Also,
want
like,
shiny. Maybe
Antibacterial a little bit.
Yeah, you know what? I'm kind of.
It would look good on you.
Thank you.
Oh, hey. Awesome. Thank you. That'll give me something. Well, like as she says, that'll give me something to do, and like trails off. She looks over at like EV3. His like arm is still hanging on by like some wires. It's like, it'll give me something to
Well-
distract myself.
Be good, Marty. Stay safe on your walk. I'll let your mom know I said hi.
I'm not going.
Do you want me to do it?
Marty.
Mina,
starts
we have to go.
Marty starts walking back the way they came.
Come on.
Okay. When they walk up and get into the room,
Wait.
what?
Silkez is going to walk in and set the pin on the vanity. And then go about gathering his things.
You know, Silkez, I was wondering. Okay. Yeah. Alright. And you can hear the pin slide against the vanity as she snatches it up. You'll have it back. I'm just gonna go use it in a cult-like ceremony.
Okay.
Yep. You doing good?
As good as ever.
Yeah.
I do have one question for you, Jeremina.
I am an open book, except for the parts where I'm not.
Is it different losing one when they get older?
It looks like you took the wind out of her, like she'd been punched in the solar plexus. She is rocked to a standstill.
It's just, you talk about it a lot, and I only ever got to the planning stages before something happened.
I lost him twice. I guess it's different when they're older because then they got a bed and clothes. You gotta tell the school he won't be coming around anymore. It's little stuff like that. You know, when you're planning, it's just you, right? You know, you can say that it's just you. Like, yeah, you drop the nursery, but everybody knows better to ask. But then, and then you think it's okay, and you're fine, and you got it, and then a distant relative sends a card asking, saying happy birthday.
I'm sorry
It's just
you had to
different.
go through that.
It's fine. I mean, it is what it is. It's yeah, it is what it is. I'm just I guess I'm just the boys used to share a bed. They used to share a bed. But that night, Wolfrin slept on the couch. So, small mercies. I'm sorry that you didn't get past playing the stage. I didn't.
I'm sorry I had to experience it twice.
That is the great part about how tired and hard my life is. Not only am I used to disappointment, I'm also used to tripping at the finish line. So, it's all smooth sailing. But, you know what? I tried for almost 20-something years for kids, and then I got 2. So you know what? It's all coming up for Jeremina. I just gotta live long enough to see it. I'm only pushing 44, maybe 45. My time will come when I'm 80. Alright. She'll punch Silkez in the shoulder, and that's for fucking asking me about my dead kid. What are you thinking? Anyways.
That's fair. Oh, you've got an arm.
Yeah, I got an arm. Fucking built. Dickwad. Damn. Anyways, I'm gonna go talk to you later.
Alright. Meet you there.
Yeah, don't wait on me though. I'm gonna go have a little brief of talk with Olin.
Alright. I'll be talking with Jacques anyway.
Alright.
Separate ways, baby.
Yeah, Jeremina grabs her stuff. She walks to the house of Gond or the Wonder wherever Jacques is, dumps up her stuff, grabs the 4 tapestries, her loom, her adventuring gear, like very bare bones except for that, and she's going to head out. Where is Olin?
Olin was setting up the cots and getting you guys privacy walls and shit like that. He's doing it by himself.
Hey, Olin.
Da.
Do you need help?
No, good. It's almost done. I need to get one more, and then your room is good.
Okay. Can you take a break and help me? I need to get to the Baldur's Gate gate that goes out into the You know what I mean? I have to go for a walk and clear my mind.
Hold on.
She says with her loom and 4 giant tapestries.
Okay.
Thanks.
He'll grab his new hat. He'll grab the hat and he'll put it on and just go with you and still in the old like gross shit that he's had. Like the sewer armor that he has still. He just hasn't changed yet.
Presto, fixo. She snaps her fingers and she'll cast Prestidigitate and clear off the gunk from his armor. And then for good measure, she'll go, just to make sure.
Appreciate it. My boot was getting squishy.
Yeah.
We go?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't recall your memory, do you? Right? Like you don't know?
No, I don't have full memory. I do have Eula and the little one give some info, but they don't remember too much either. And I do get dreams. That's about it.
And the things you have, Eula and the other, they're dead, right?
The souls, yeah.
So you believe that souls have a place like that?
What do you mean?
I mean, you believe that they go somewhere?
I don't know. I woke up to Jacques over me telling me I was found, and then give me these things, and he'll point to the feather and touch his pocket where the bishop is and go, hold me, these are mine. And one day they started talking to me. Oh, fish gone.
I'm so
Oh, the timing.
Fish back.
yeah, I'm so sorry. The internet snapped for a moment. I am so sorry.
It's okay. He broke mood. It's
Honestly, it
perfectly
was
fine.
it was hilarious.
Hey, keep going. I'm so
I mean,
sorry.
The god took fish away. Olin will just go back. I had these 2 items, and one day they started talking to me, and I find more info that I knew them. They say.
Do you does it make you feel bad that you don't know who you were?
It's pain in ass, yeah.
But is it anguish? Do you suffer? Do you suffer about it?
No. Is no. I don't have memories, but I don't have reason to be upset because I don't even know where I'm from. No one knows me. I speak a language that no one knows. They use magic to talk to me in the beginning. So obviously, no one knows I'm missing. At least here.
You know how you're always out? You know how you're always looking out for us, Olin?
Yeah.
You're always patrolling, you're always looking, you're even setting us up a room.
Mm-hmm.
You got a really... The thing that I liked a lot about my ex-husband, his name was Vicarious. He was dangerous, sharp as a needle, but I mean, he was attentive. He walked around sometimes my mind carries away from me, right? And I get scared. I get scared of the wind. I get scared of the wind and the waves and all that. And that happens a lot, right?
Hmm?
It happens a lot. But he never. I mean, all he did, he would just lock the windows. He'd lock the doors, and he would put up wood and say, "It's not going to be a problem until the wood comes down. But once the wood comes down, then you can start worrying." You remind me a lot of that. And what I'm getting at is, I think whoever you were was a really good person. And I think wherever you came from, a whole lot of people miss you. And I also want to say, if you never get that back, I carried 2 babies, and you spend a lot of time wondering about what they're going to do, who they're going to be, but you just love them anyways. So I have experience, loving the unknown. I would miss you here. If you were gone, I would miss you here. So you have me.
I appreciate.
And I'm gonna make sure that you get home and you get your language. Can I?
We can figure out where home is.
We will. We will. Can I ask you to watch over something for me though? It's a canteen.
What is candy? The water?
Yeah, the water holder.
Okay. Why? Just water, right?
No, it's like your bishop and your raven feather, right? It's just items, but there's a soul attached to it. And she's gonna pull up the canteen, and it's a regular kind of shallow U-shaped like military canteen.
Okay.
This thing is busted, been well traveled, but it has a leather sleeve on it. Sorry. And on the outside of it is a clay embossment of a sun, and then a bunch of embroideries around it done in a very immature hand.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna hold it out. She's gonna say, "My son made this in an art project, and it was on his nightstand. He drank from it every night." Can you hold on to it, please?
He'll take it with obviously as much respect as he can show. Does anything come from it, Jason? With what Olin is? Muted. Had to catch you quick.
You feel a bit of a sort of a shimmer of the type of connection that you're used to. It might take a little bit of time sitting with it. Perhaps a day or so, but you think you could tap into it in a similar way.
Olin will not make any distinct faces about this. He'll actually just look at it and just tilt it and go, "Your son made this?"
He made the sleeve with his dad.
Oh, the
his
sleeve.
His name was Absalom, but we called him Salom, or just Lam, or Ab, or hey asshole, stop that. I
Yeah,
wasn't.
so I've heard that one a lot. It's a common nickname I've heard.
His favorite color was green, but his second favorite color was purple. And his favorite animal were wolves. But he liked these little weird freaky wolves he found in a book once. He loved reading. I don't know where he got that from, because I fucking hate books.
Olin will gently clip it and secure it on his belt next to the adventure badges he still has. And he goes, it'll be safe. He'll just point.
At the gates, Jeremina will look like she doesn't know what to do, and she'll kind of glance at the sky, glance at her feet.
And Olin will
and then
take
look
that chance and go, if you go that way, it is a small path, but it leads to a nice opening and see the stars.
She's in a full titter sob, tears streaking down her face, her jaw shaking. And she'll just like nod, and she'll say, I hope you're really proud of yourself.
It's what I do. How long you think you might?
I'm gonna be the rest of the night. I got a lot of work ahead of me.
Okay. You come back to this gate again?
Yeah.
Okay. Safe.
I don't have a choice, Olin. Not with you around. Be safe, Olin.
He'll walk away, and just for future reference, he'll finish those rooms, and he'll be standing at the gate.
Okay. Alright, I have my solo scene. Just give me a second to recenter myself, but I will for sure try my hardest to have this wrapped up before midnight. I won't give myself a choice. That was just...
Fucking Jeremina got 1-2 punched.
Fuck. Yeah, like one right after the other. Fucking hell.
Do I go up a proficiency at level 4? That's a question.
You go up at 5.
Do I go up
Yeah,
a
you go.
proficiency at 5? Fuck. Alright.
At 5. It takes him a second.
Alright.
God damn.
Jeremina follows down the small path. And she gets to the clearing. And it takes her a little bit to fully understand what Olin meant by see the stars. And I think despite living in a place that had very little light pollution, she never looked at the stars. That just wasn't something that ever captivated her. But I think she's seeing it a lot differently. And she kind of hums to herself, and she sets up the loom. And she sets up the first tapestry on it. And she stands over it, taking out her scissors, her thread, and she snaps on this like 2-finger gauntlet that has sort of like metal claws on it, and she starts delicately picking at the threads. And for the next however long, for the full 8 hours, the long rest, she fixes the tapestry. She re-threads it and changes the narrative on the tapestries. She, cuts the chains, she beheads the demons, or just obliterates their imagery from the tapestry in whole. And then when that's done, and I think it's the wee hours of the morning, there's birds' calls, the sun hasn't fully risen yet, but everything is being washed in that glow. People are starting to get up for work at the docks, but Jeremy's far away from all of that. She, through her own means, sets up a fire. And I think she sets it up fire style, kind of stacking in a rectangle. And she dumps 3 of the tapestries into the fire, and patiently waits for the smell of wool and cotton and linen to kind of reach her before she sets up the final tapestry on the loom. And this is the tapestry that has Ball featured on it. And I don't think she's adjusted that yet. This is the content warning for self-harm, ritual bloodletting, etc., etc. Letting you know it's not going to be in-depth. And Jeremina is, in one hand, going to take out her axe. And then in the other, she is going to take out a sort of like stiletto dagger. And she's going to take off her amulet dedicated to Zariel and sort of drop it into the pyre. And she's going to walk in a tight circle around it, using her feet to dig, to her practiced and familiar infernal runes into the ground. And then when the ritual circle is complete, and the fire is hot, and the tapestries are indistinguishable, she's going to cut her wrists, turn it, letting the blood sort of collect, pull down the insides of her elbows, and then she twists it, flicking the blood over the fire. And she says, "So, this is me, coming to collect on the deal that I made with you a while back. I pledged my oath to Zariel. I pledged to fulfill my contract to the letter. I pledged to never let myself be humiliated. And I pledged to not only destroy, but dominate anything associated with the Cult of the Three." And she'll kind of wait. And I think the few times that she's conducted this ritual, she always expects there to be a lot of fanfare. She always expects the smoke to take visage, and she gets a one-on-one communication. But it doesn't. And she's just kind of standing there with her wrists hurting, blood dripping down into the fire and sizzling, the tapestries and everything. There's like a bird call. People are starting to wake up. And she'll go, "Yeah, that's about what I fucking figured." She holsters her daggers, and then takes them out, and she pops it up at the top of the tapestry and tears it down. And as she does, she pushes forward with her mind. And whereas before, when she did Divine Smite, there was of course, that radiant glow, that sweet honey yellow glow to it. Now it's just fire, and the edges of the tapestry like corrode with flames. And with the sacrament completed, Jeremina goes to the task of undoing the tapestry from the loom, throwing it onto the fire, undoing her loom, getting the fire all situated. She douses it with water, then dirt and stuff like that, and just as Smokey the Bear says, if it's too hot to touch, you're too hot to leave. Then I think it's about 6 a.m. when she walks back through the gate.
Okay. Prior to getting to the gate, or just as you exit the forest, you will hear a familiar voice, and it will say, "Oh, it's you." And it is the voice of Rhea Mantlemore, who appeared to have come to investigate the site of smoke early in the morning.
"Oh, hey, Rhea, I was just thinking about you. We're gonna go day drinking. Also, we defeated the Cult of the Dead 3 that were hidden in the sewers."
A smile crosses her face, and she says, "I wouldn't get too attached to your plans. I think you may be very busy today."
Oh, what does that mean? Rhea, don't do that to me. I just stayed up all night. Rhea, what's going on in this city?
It's just our mutual friend getting the final bit of his problem solved.
Oh, fuck. Hey, fucking shit doesn't fucking
Did you put out
end.
Did you put out the fire all?
Yeah, if it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. I buried it in the dirt. It's all fine. Fucking shit. Nothing can ever. Just one day. One fucking day. I'm fine.
I can see that. Have an outstanding day. If the fire isn't going to take the forest and threaten the camp, I have no reason to be here.
Okay, that's fine. Well, when you have a free day, we're gonna go bar hopping. So feel free to join us. We're being joined by Mortlock. Okay, have fun, Bray. Did he get our stuff? Did he get my stuff? I left you a bunch of stuff at your camp. Did he get it?
Oh yes, of course.
Okay.
And I received the teapot. Yes.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad you like. Okay, well, have fun with your camp stuff.
All
Alright.
I shall. Stay safe.
You too, Ray. I'm gonna go have a breakdown.
Very well.
Okay, have fun. Bye. Alright, be safe. You're a good girl. You know that? You're a good... And she's like saying this as she's walking. You know that you're a good girl? You got it. You can do whatever you set your mind to. I love you. Look.
Okay.
Is Olin waiting?
Oh yeah, he's 100% leaning against the wall on the inside, but he's asleep or transing, so he's right there.
Olin!
Oh, the
Why does everybody hate me?
he puts a hand on him like, who hates you now?
Everybody!
I don't hate you.
Why does everybody but you hate me?
I don't know who hates you now.
Everybody! I just said it! Anyways, can you walk me back to the high house? Okay, let's go for a nice walk.
Nolan will rub the sleep out of his eyes and get back.
All right. Is that where you all are reconvening? The high house?
I assume so. Because Soka's is probably
Yeah.
asleep there.
Jason, I will say, would you be alright with doing the Silkas and Jacques conversation over text?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Awesome.
As far as this goes, you all reconvene at the High House of Wonders, and as you are making your way through the High House's sort of fairly generic breakfast that you, Olin, would be pretty familiar with at this point. Through the doors comes James, who's still in his sleep shirt, and has gripped in his hand sort of a old-timey sleeping cap. It was clear that he has been roused from his bed, and standing next to him is a very frantic-looking Captain Zodge.
Oh.
And they see you all enjoying breakfast, and they go over, and Zodge says, "Boy, am I glad to see you. We have a problem."
Yeah, where's our fucking money?
Well,
Sarge?
Thelmera Van Vamper is missing, and her guards have been slaughtered inside of her manor. We have business to take care of. I can get you paid, but we have things we need to do.
Oh.
And is that where we're going to end the session?
It is.
I know exactly how I'm going to start the next session, and it's going to be, Olin, did your bedroom visitor kill Val Vamper and
Why
her
would you
guard?
say that in front of them? But anyways, thank you all for coming by. It was different from
It was a session today.
It
Oh
was
man.
Oh my god.
apparently gut wrenching, but Olin didn't know. Thank you all for stopping by. Appreciate the follows and all the inspirations. Love you guys, and See you next week. Bye,
See
everyone.
you next week. Bye.